What is going on, everybody? Lord Ghostson here, and in this video I am going to be giving some dreams advice while going through dream shaping or surfing. Let's go through dream surfing. So I'm gonna attempt to look at some characters right now, which I cannot look up here. So let's go back, because that's like the video game one. Just so you know, I always forget that. So let's go here and let's go into browse characters before I go into my Alright, and I'm back. I'm sorry for that interruption. My son wanted to let me know that he finished eating his food, everybody. So mission accomplished, mission accomplished. But going into my advice for dream makers and creators. Dreamers. Please be advised, please be advised. Now, I'm not telling you what you can and can't do in dreams, but I'm just giving you advice for the future because dreams might turn into something bigger than what it already is. So let's just keep that in mind. So with that in mind, I would like to talk about creations as far as these type of creations. We got Spider-Man, we got Mario, we got the alien from Aliens. We got this girl who's from Metro Prime, I believe. This is her out of her Metro Prime suit. We got Captain America. Now, I think I know what this guy's doing in particular with his puppets, so I'm not really talking about people towards that aspect. If you're trying to make like funny animations or like your own little I forget what they're called. They're called like they're called like I forget the name of it, but it's like when you're making fun of like famous people, like that's allowable. You know what I mean? Especially when it's coming from a creator. Just as long as you're not being too degrading or too misleading, it's okay to make fun of certain characters or even real people in real life. There is a law that defends you against that type of stuff. You just got to be aware of how offensive you're being in the process of doing that type of stuff. Now, this is not for you. This is for game creators. Now, I see a lot of people are making games that are basically already creative games. Like for instance, you got somebody trying to remake Sonic. You got somebody trying to remake Mario Kart. You got somebody trying to remake Stardew Valley, and the list just goes on. Mario, and it goes on and on and on. Now, there's nothing wrong with trying to create a game that you love or trying to develop a game that you're very passionate about, that's one of your favorite game developing companies. There's nothing wrong with trying to develop one of their games in dreams. But what is wrong, and this is just advice, I'm not telling you not to do this. You can create whatever you wish. Like, I'm not going to stop you from creating anything. I'm just trying to advise you that during your process of creating, let's just say you take like 6 months to create a Sonic game, right? Completely. And let's just say you go on to start creating another game that's already created and has ownership from their developers, right? And then let's just say in a year, Dreams gets a contract with PlayStation where they can take a game that people have created and implement it into the PlayStation Store as an official game. Now, you being a creator who's been creating other people's creations like this Link thing, you can't put those games up for sale because you don't own the copyrights to none of those characters that you developed. As far as Sonic, Batman, a Batman game or whatever, anything that is already officially copyrighted and developed, you're not gonna be able to do anything with that stuff. So my advice to you is work on your own criteria, work on your own material, because in the long run, You will have most of your idea done. You will have most of your development done. You will have most of what you're trying to create complete, if not already complete, to the process where you develop your own unique game that you can officially say, this is my game. I made this game from scratch. You know what I mean? I did the character story background. I did this, I did that. Whatever it is that you did, whether you do it collaboratively with other people or solely by yourself, you have the power to say, this is my creation, or this is our creation as a group, as a group combined company or organization, whatever you want to consider your group of collaborators, whatever y'all want to consider yourselves. Y'all have the ability to sit here and say, I developed this, we developed this ourselves, and we can now put this as an official game on Dreams, because we have to think about that. Because the more time you spend trying to recreate something that has already been created, when the process comes for Dreams getting the contract, you're gonna regret it, because you're gonna say, damn, I put a lot of time. Even though you probably had fun, you probably learned a lot during the process of doing it, and it was probably the best experience you ever experienced. But somewhere in between that, you're gonna think, wow, I spent a lot of time trying to make a game that was already made, and now that Dreams came out with this new program where I can make an official game that I create into some type of financial gain. I can't do that with a game that's already been created. And I just want people to know that. I just want people to understand that. So again, I'm not trying to tell you what you can and can't create. I'm just trying to advise you that if you're going to create something from you, from your perspective. Make something from your own concept, because in the long run, you can get paid for it. You can get paid for it, whether it's through Dreams or somebody else. Who knows? You can show your work in Dreams to companies that you're trying to work at maybe in the future, because the future of game development is going in the route of how this is basically how this game is. That's going to be the future of developing games. So the more experience you have in developing games in this unique way of doing it, then the more of a chance you have to be in front line when getting hired. But besides that point, if you're going to be creative, create something that's uniquely creative through you. Nothing wrong with trying to create something that's already been created. People do it all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. But my advice to you is that in the long run, Dreams is trying to work out a contract with PlayStation so that people who are making official type games solely from them from themselves or from the group or community of collaborators together as a whole, they're trying to make an official contract with PlayStation to the point where if your game seems legit, Dreams will offer, or you can even not, they won't offer you, but you can put your game in. I guess it's gonna be something that they incorporate into the game later on, but basically you can you can enter your game into publishing, whatever they're gonna call it. Maybe they're gonna call it publish your game. So it's probably gonna be an option where you can put your game into like publish my game, and Dreams is gonna look at your game and they're gonna see, is this game that this particular person or this particular group of persons developed, is it worth putting a price on it? And that can make you money in the long run. So let's think about that. Let's think about the future of our creative products and artwork, because at the end of the day, creating other people's artwork. I mean, it's fun, it's entertaining, it does tone your skills, but at the end of the day, it's not going to get you financial gain. And maybe you're not seeking financial gain. So this is not for you if you're not seeking financial gain. But if you're if you're thinking about taking a financial step and actually making some type of finances back from what you create and what you do in particular, as far as creating a game or particular characters and so on and so forth, music for instance, then you should take that into credibility to think about, damn, do I want to make something that somebody already made, or do I want to make something that I can uniquely call my own and potentially sell in the future or release to be sold in the future and gain some type of finance in return. That's all my information for you, and that was all my advice for you today. I hope you take my advice and don't take it as me just trying to tell you what to do and what not to do, because that is not the case. I'm trying to advise you that Dreams is trying to make a contract with PlayStation so that people who are developing real live legit type of games can have the ability to put their game on the PlayStation market and gain some type of financial aspect from the game that they created of their dream. Basically, it might not be their dream game that they always wanted to create it, but guess what, I'm pretty sure it's their dream to create a game, period, and release it so people can buy it, play it, and enjoy it. So keep that in mind, and thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.